What's up, my crypto legends? The Bitcoin price finally falling. I did have some selling orders above $49,000. They did not get triggered. I missed out in this short opportunity, but we'll be finding some more opportunities. Don't worry about that. Now, we're going to talk about, the same as always now for the last couple of weeks. We are absolutely mirroring this situation, and I do believe so that we might be dropping to even lower levels. Potentially, I do see a pattern here that formed, which was a head and shoulder, okay, with this neckline, okay, uptrend neckline, and now very similar scenario here, head and shoulder. And if we do break certain levels that I'm going to talk about today, we could go as low as 38 or even $36,000 BTC, okay, in the next coming weeks. Now we are going to take a look at BTC on the 1 hourly, on the 4 hourly, to see some different major levels, and also the Ethereum price here, because we did break out from this uptrend neckline, from these higher lows, right? Does this mean that this has been a head and shoulder and we are going to come down to the $2,600? Well, not just yet. We still need to break this level over here, and I'm going to explain why in this episode. Remember, if you're an experienced trader, PrimeXBT, you get 50% added to your deposit by using my link in the description and Bitcoin Census 50 as the promotion code. This is my favorite day trading platform. My swing trading platform is Bybit. You can get $600, okay, by using my link in the description. Said this, let's dive in straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin Census. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe daily to on Bitcoin crypto, and I also do live streams to connect with the community. Make sure to subscribe, because this week I'm going to do a bunch of live streams, okay? I'm not financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in straight here on the 4 hourly chart on the BTC price, because what we're going to talk about, is this scenario right over here. Just going quick through what happened and what happened in the past here with this very similar movement, okay, from the all-time high to the low here, to the round about the $47,500 range. You know the deal. We zoom in here. We did hit round about the 62%, just above the 62%, okay, golden pocket, and then, had that major drop. Now, we've been talking about this now for quite a few days. We did have that severe drop. I was expecting a little bit of a pump above $49,000, but we exactly just hit, okay, the golden pocket, as you can see, 62% Fibonacci, just right over there, and then had the drop here this morning. Now, I thought we were going to have a little bit of more volatility on top of here. I did have some orders just above 49,200 to be exact, and they did not get triggered. Okay, we just hit 48,800 approximately, and then had this severe drop that we were kind of expecting, okay, in the immediate short term. Now, what can happen right now? Because are we going to go to the lower levels and break the low that we did here, okay, around about the $43,000, okay, because of the volatility? It was actually all the way down to 42,200 approximately, but are we going to actually break this zone, or are we going to get a little bit of volatility and have a small bounce? Well, let me just take a look here in the past also, okay, let me just get these fibs out of the way. And now let's take a look at this potential head and shoulder, okay? We can clearly see here that we had like an uptrend neckline, okay, with these higher lows, as you can see right over here. We got one there, we got one here, and if you can see properly, we have the left shoulder right over here, this being the head and this being the right shoulder. This exactly met the target. If you get the top of the head to the support level from the breakout, this was the exact fall, okay, just below the $30,000 range, as you can see right over here. Now, in this case, if I zoom in here, we do not have an uptrend neckline really, but we do have, a horizontal neckline. Let me just get a box right over here, because you can clearly see where we bounced several times here for the BTC price. So if I get a box from this range approximately, you can clearly see that we have been bouncing around this level for several times. This is in between the $43,000 and the $44,000. If I zoom in right over here, you can clearly see this being potentially a left shoulder. We've got several bounces here at this support level, exactly just below $44,000, and this could be the head, right, with two peaks, and now we have been bouncing again round about this major support. This is round about the $43,000 $44,000. There's a lot of volatility, remember, and now we have formed, potentially the right shoulder. Now, are we going to drop from these levels, break 43, 42, and come potentially to the measured move target in the next week or two? Well, the measured move target from this head and shoulder, if we successfully break below exactly the 43,500, I would say, we did have a wick down here. We did wick, below the 43,500 right over here. But, if we successfully have a daily close below 43,500, potentially hitting 42 or even 41.5, I'm going to be very, very cautious with this movement, because especially if we do have high volume, if we do see some type of retracement here with low volume, like I mentioned here with this retracement, this might be a very, very good shorting opportunity. The measured move target of this potential head and shoulders getting the head, to the support level, and from the breakout, you can clearly see that this could even hit the $35,500 range, which would be the measured move. I don't think we're going to be we're not going to be a long time around that range, because you do know that the $40,000 range has been a major resistance point. We also got a good support here around about the $37,000. So it might be just a lot of volatility here up and down, because we will be getting supported, from the $40,000 range, where there's a huge amount of volume on the VPVR, like I showed you yesterday. A lot of volume traded around that range, and I think it's mostly buying pressure, as you can see, because this was an accumulation event. We had this reaccumulation event in between these price levels. So now this would be the ultimate bearish case scenario, but I don't think that after this severe drop we are going to go straight down to these levels. I think that potentially we could be bouncing up and down. We might be tackling, let me just go to here on the 4-hourly, where I do have my different support and resistance levels, and we do know that the $47,000 mentioned now for quite a few days has been an extreme strong support. We did manage to break above it, managed to have a small bounce here, and then finally losing the $47,000. So if we do come just around about the $44,000 area, then I think that 47,000 might be tackled again, where we're going to get massively rejected, and then have that major attempt, to break the $44,000 range, 43,500 to be exact, which would be this major support level, that we have been tackling. We're just going to get a relief rally potentially, in my opinion, and then break those levels. Now, only if the volume is going to be extremely low. The same scenario like I mentioned right over here. I was saying, guys, if the volume starts to be really, really high here to the upside, I'm going to be a little bit cautious with this potential drop. But guess what happened? There was absolutely no volume at all. So it was very, very likely that we were going to have this drop, like we were talking here for the last couple of days. So if we are going to close potentially some very choppy candles, maybe a potentially doji, or depending if we find find a little bit of a bottom, if we suddenly start closing a few 4-hourly candles around this range, I think a potential reversal is very, very likely. Just taking a look at the RSI here also. On the 4-hourly, we are now making higher lows. It is still very, very soon to say, but we are creating lower lows on the RSI and higher lows on the price action here in the immediate short term. It's still very, very early. If we start closing above $44,000, in the next coming hours on the 4-hourly, I'm going to be a little bit bullish in the immediate short term, maybe for a potential scalp all the way to the $47,000 area, just maybe below this range. I think that we are going to see a little bit of a relief rally after this major drop. Now, hidden bullish divergence is usually bullish. It does mean that we might have a potential pump in the immediate short term, just by looking at the 4-hourly. Still very soon. I want to see a little bit of a few more candles here closing around this range, definitely above the 43,500, and then I'm going to think that we are going to have that pump here with very, very low volume, and then as soon as we start making a few candles here below the $47,000, this might be another shorting opportunity. Check out here when we do create several candles, as you can see here, very choppy action with low volume. This is what we want to see. We did see a pretty severe drop with some decent volume, not as good as this. this or this, but the volume was there. It was much higher, okay, for the last few days from the drop of this morning. So if we do have that climb up to the $47,000, create a lot of candles like we did here with very, very low volume, it is likely that we are going to get dragged back down, okay? We'll be updating you. I'll be doing live streams, guys, also. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. This would be the immediate bullish short-term reaction on BTC only if we do close a couple of candles here roundabout above the $44,000, you know, finding a little bit of support and then having a little bit of a relief rally. But you know the deal, guys, I am expecting that severe drop in the next week or 2 weeks at the most, potentially hitting below $40,000, 37 or even 36 range, okay, where we might see a very, very strong bottom, in my opinion, all depending on how, you know, the reaction has, because we can have a cascade event. You know, if we do have a lot of people panic selling, you know, we could go as low as, who knows how low we could go. Yeah, you know, we do not really know. If people start panicking, guys, you know, this is a cascade event. When people start panicking, this could go really, really low. I am hoping that we are going to see a little bit of buying pressure while we are going down, and then we're going to finally find a bottom around this range. But anyway, we will be analyzing this all together on live streams also. Now let's take a look at the Ethereum price, because we did talk about this potentially being a head and shoulder scenario right over here also with an uptrend neckline, okay, because we have been bouncing here above, you know, higher lows every single time. The volume hasn't been great, but you know, we have broken this uptrend, but what we haven't broken is higher lows, because as you can see, we are creating technically higher lows still. We just had this massive wick, came straight back up, so that was just a dead cat bounce event, you know, and now, you know, still creating high lows right over here, and we haven't broken out from the last higher low. As you can see, if we take these higher lows, we're just about to break it. As soon as we break this level, I think it's going to turn into a major support resistance range. As you can see, we've got a bounce right there. This is exactly the $3,140 range. As you can see, we've got a bounce there, bounce here, bounce here. Now we are just about to break it. Now if BTC does have that major relief rally, we might be coming back up here to retest the 3,350 range, which has been a major resistance zone. So we might be seeing that small price action to the upside before we actually drop, okay, guys? So stay very, very cautious. If we do finally break below the 3,140, 130, okay, with some decent volume, this I think is going to be, you know, the moment where we're going to start seeing the Ethereum price drop into major levels, okay? This is going to be a great for shorting. Any type of retracement here with low volume is going to be great for shorting, because, you know, we are absolutely changing the structure here of this major trend. We are already creating lower highs, as you can see, but we're still not technically creating lower lows. The lower lows are still higher, and now we need to break that barrier here at the 3,330. Then we are going to start to change the trend here, creating lower lows, and then on any type of retracement, we are going to look for a potential short, okay, in the immediate short term. This is what I got for today's episode, guys. Just a quick update. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I will be doing live streams, okay, quite a few live streams this week, and I'll be notifying you 30 minutes before the live stream, okay, guys? Make sure to check out the Bitcoin Census website. El Salvador continues to support Bitcoin despite recent price drop. Check out the latest news here on the Bitcoin Census website. We've got all sorts here, okay, guys? All free information. The link is down below in the description. If you haven't seen my tutorial on Bybit and PrimeXBT, the video is there on the screen. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.